tell you about myself. That's gonna be hard, but my name's Carrie Cannibal. I do Carrie Cannie for all my socials because it's shorter, easier to spell and remember. I started doing modeling and theater about 11 years ago. I was a preteen or a teen around there, and I loved it. I did a bunch of theater projects. I was Dorothy in Oz. I did Elle Woods in Legally Blonde. I did an evil stepsister in Cinderella. There's a bunch of them. Sharpay in High School Musical. That one was interesting. And yeah, so I did choir growing up. I played trombone and band. I played guitar. I was a worship leader for a minute, and then I left the church and started practicing in my spirituality, which is what I still do now. I consider myself spiritual. And then I got into haunted houses and SFX makeup about 6 years ago. I joined Rotten 5 years ago. And now I do conventions and acting and modeling. We teach acting classes at haunted houses. I do marketing. I do promos for them. I do behind the scenes work with the camera, and I'm also in front of the camera sometimes. So I kind of just delve into a bunch of different creative things. I still play guitar, still play piano, I still sing. It's just about finding time for all those things for me. But yeah, I'm just kind of all over the place in creativity. I've always posted selfies of me with my tongue out, and I like the Higo face because I love anime. And one day, one of those posts just blew the fuck up. It was weird because it had like 1 million views, like 1,000 comments, a bunch of fucking likes, and I was like, what is going on? So I really didn't know that like tongue stuff was that much of a thing. I didn't know that was something you guys would be into, and it kind of shocked me a little bit, not in a bad way, but just in a wow, why haven't I been doing this? And so from there I started kind of posting them a little frequent, and then once I was able to open up my subscriptions, I had been receiving so many DMs asking, do you do customs? Do you do customs? Do you have a subscription thing? And once my subscriptions opened up on Instagram, I was like, okay, I can do this now. So that's when I set it up for you guys and started to do that. But yeah, I found that I really enjoy it, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. And I find doing customs really fun. And yeah, so that's kind of how this transpired. It was a happy accident. Yeah, I think that answers that question. The first time I noticed I was into Gothic style was when I was young, I was very young, like maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, around there. I remember watching Total Drama Island and Kim Possible. I loved Shigo. I loved Gwen from Total Drama Island. Any movie I was watching growing up, I loved the Gothic characters. The Labyrinth, I was obsessed with. The Goblin King and the way his eyeshadow was, I loved it. And I grew up on Nirvana and Metallica, Pantera, all the kind of, I guess you could say, older metal bands, System of a Down. They're not really older to me though, that's new metal. Korn, I love Korn, Slipknot. Yeah, so I've always been into goth style, and it's very dear to my heart because of that. So my transition clips, it does take me a minute to do them, honestly. So I'll do the after parts of my transition all in one day, and then I'll do the befores all in one day. So it takes about 2 days total to get them made. Because I'll do the before makeup at a later time, just because, I don't know, I do things weird, I guess. Maybe I'm backwards. But the makeup, it can take me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how elaborate the design is. Like this makeup here took me 10-15 minutes, very quick, eyeshadow and liner and lipstick. So yeah, it really just depends on how elaborate I want to go with it. I love transitions. I love the kick transition. It's they're fun to do. I like meshing the clips together, um, and I just find them to be visually pleasing to the eye. But that's all I can think of. Yeah. Any experience in the movie industry? I actually did do a short film back in January called Slayer and Sons, and the directors were Lewis and Ashley. They're both amazing people. They were stunt doubles for Marvel, DC, different stuff like that. And it was a blast. I got to do a vampire creature, and there will be more coming from that movie soon, including a full trailer and movie. So whenever I get more updates on that, I'll get it to you guys. Goals as an actress, I love movie work. I don't really want to get into Hollywood, but I love indie films. I love haunted houses. I love acting with Rotten. I kind of just want to continue doing that and do it more and more and more. And I would love to get into more indie films. So, yeah. So, Rotten Reviews is a film company full of creators. And what we do is we go to haunted houses and we do acting classes for them. We shoot commercials. We take photos. We pretty much help in any way we can. Our leader, Matt Russhall, he will like connect them to the billboard people, do the billboards for them. He's very good at editing the commercials and making them. He just organizes everything and coordinates it all for us. He's a very great leader and makes sure to take care of all of us, keeps us fed, all the things, all the big and little things. He does it all. And my role is I act, I model, I do SFX makeup, I do normal makeup. I go to these haunts with them and we'll help talk and speak to people, and tell them how to create their haunt characters, how to take your mental stuff going on and put it into your haunt character and use haunted house working as therapy, all sorts of stuff like that. It's a lot, but hopefully that sums it up. So, more about Hellbilly Hollow. So, Hellbilly Hollow is my home haunted house, which means that is where I started in haunted houses, and that is where I work the most with Rotten. It is a great haunt. We do Halfway to Halloween, which is coming up May 16th and 17th. We do normal Halloween events in October. We have Rotten Night in November, which is like 18 and up, lots of blood, lots of gore. We have an 18 and up night in September that is kind of sexy, where people will be running around like, yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. You have to experience it if you're over 18. It's so much fun, and it's in September every year. So yeah, check out the Hillbilly Hollow page and stay updated for more events. It's a lot of fun, and it's very family friendly when it's not 18 and up. So I enjoy it very much, and I think like you guys would have a great time. So you should come out and see it for yourself. So yes, I do post my tongue a good bit. Honestly, it's kind of all three: creative, rebellious for the metal community, the bleh in the metal community. That's a big thing. But I just found that people liked it, and it really helped kind of take off my profile, to be honest. I had a post where I stuck my tongue out, and it just went boom, like a lot of views and stuff, and I was like, why? So I just started posting more of my tongue because I was like, okay, people like seeing this apparently. So yeah, it was just kind of a happy accident, I guess. So yes, I have composed music before. I mentioned earlier I was a worship leader for a short period of time. When I would compose music for the church, and they still play my songs to this day because since I was working for them, I could not copyright them. I also still write music on the piano. I write music on my acoustic guitar. Sometimes I write lyrics. I just get in creative moments and do that. It's very therapeutic for me. Music is my therapy. And there was a short period of time when I was a teenager where that was all I had was a keyboard. No phone, no TV, no nothing like that. Just my keyboard and some makeup. So I would play my makeup and I'd play music. So it's therapy. My goal in the music industry, I'd say, would be, it'd be nice to get there one day. Right now, I don't have the time to fully dedicate to get into that profession. But that would be cool eventually. So I guess if I ever found the time, it would be great. But for now, I just play for fun and post it whenever I have the time. So yeah, I love music. So my biggest pet peeve would have to be lying, and that has always been true. Even when I was younger, teenager, preteen, young adult, I've always hated lying. It's kind of like respect for me. Like, I feel like you should just tell somebody the truth the first time instead of dragging it out and making it hurt more in the end. I've always been very upfront, very blunt. So some people don't really like me in person because of that. But I'm okay with that because if I respect you, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I always do my best to respect everybody. Now, does that mean I go around telling them my opinions out of nowhere? No, I don't feel like that's telling the truth. I feel like that's just being an ass. Only when my opinion is asked of me. And if it's something big, like if I've seen friends get cheated on, I'll be honest with them and I will tell them because I would want that same respect. I'm very big, treat people how you want to be treated. And so yeah, lying's my biggest thing. I've had exes that would lie and I'd just break up with them because I'm like, look, if you would have told me the truth, we could have worked through this. I could have, forgiven you. But you lied to me, and so how can I ever trust you? I feel like a lie just destroys trust and any chance of rebuilding it, in my opinion. So yeah, that's definitely my biggest pet peeve is lying. I cannot stand that shit. It's just disrespectful to me. So yeah, that's the rant for the day. Ow, ow. Crazy eyebrow challenge. Okay, that's gonna be hard for me, but I'm gonna try this for you guys, okay? Okay, so like that. There's one eyebrow up. And there's both. I can't I can't do like one. Hold up. That one's higher than the other. I can't do this one. I can only do one at a time. Like, I don't know. Alright, that's the best I'm gonna get. I tried. I tried. Points forever, right? Right? Yeah, thank you guys for this interview and this opportunity. This was really fun to get to answer some of these questions and let you guys get to know me just a little bit more. So yeah. Hopefully we'll talk more soon.